Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm honored to share with you a few poems from a recent book release in honor of the Tom Woodruff open mic titled Community Poetry that I went to on the first Wednesday of every month from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. Thanks to COVID, it's not running right now, so in honor of that, I was going to share with you a few poems. I'm going to start by reading from the Down in the Dirt September-December 2020 issue collection book, Stardust in Hand. Really cool NASA image. This is amazing. That's actually just a photo from NASA. And it's just this amazing image that looks like a hand grabbing a nebula. The coolest thing ever. But I thought I'd read some poems from this for you. I was going to start with two different Twitter-length poems that are about manganese. And I'm going to show both of them to you. They're both on one page next to the poem. There's one here, and there's one here, one here, one here. If you want to know what these things look like in color, you can find them online. You can even look through Scars.tv and just search for the titles of these poems, even in accordance with the book release, because the links to the images are there too. This first one is titled Manganese Growing. Everything grew with her. When she died, the world stopped growing. I filled my home with plants, gave them manganese since it assimilates carbon dioxide in photosynthesis. So, plants, I'll breathe for you. You breathe for me, and we'll keep each other alive. The next one is talking about illness in a different way, I guess, because it's got a big old COVID picture on it, so it's a more recent one. This one's called Manganese Can Cure Us All. We fight for our lives, saving ourselves from viruses, but now I hear positively charged manganese complexes protect human proteins, but not virus DNA. Making manganese antioxidant vaccines sterilize microscopic bugs, helping our insides run, and manning the front line to save us too. Bet you didn't know that could actually be. What did I just say? That's the coolest thing. I don't know. You get to learn nifty things when you're learning about periodic table elements. I'm going to share with you maybe 3 more poems for you guys in this reading. This first one is titled One Would Be Chosen, and it was written on the day in 1492 when Christopher Columbus discovered America, the actual day. The actual day. One would be chosen. When I was 6 years old, Chicago weatherman Harry Volkman came to visit our grade school, and all of the little kids were asked to make a card for him, and one would be chosen. And the winner would get on stage to meet the famed Chicago weatherman. Believe it or not, my card won. With the limerick, Columbus discovered America in 1492, and I discovered a weatherman when I discovered you. Oh boy. And glory be, I took those steps to get up those stairs and shake that weatherman's hand. And of course, I was 6. Our country had existed for over 200 years, but a little girl in the 1st grade had no idea what the history of our country really was. And I still don't. But seeing only now people want to claim this day marked for exploration as a day to honor those indigenous tribes whom we all but destroyed. I look back on my country. Yes, I call it mine. All my grandparents traveled to the United States to live here. Some chose to learn the language, some did not. But this land, your land, my land, is all I know. My history is here. This is my home. But I look back on my country with its history of bloodshed and independence, our bloodshed in slavery, our bloodshed in civil rights, our bloodshed for We seem to be a bloody country. I thought that that was only a British term. But I don't know what I'm supposed to think of my history, of what made us, us. Should I be waving a flag in blind faith? Should I be protesting the best life on this globe anyone could ever imagine? Or should I try to understand how these tattered but resilient quilts, that is a part of my history, and then try to do my damnedest to, instead of apologizing for a past I had nothing to do with, understand these pieces, understand this ragged but resilient quilt that is my history, and try to make the future of my home be as beautiful as it was meant to be. Something to think about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I would like to share with you one haiku, and it's called Katie. And it was written on National Black Cat Appreciation Day. Some people might remember Katie if they knew me. My little black cat, that's Katie. She was a little doll. And I wrote this, and it's very sad, but I had to write it for my black cat. Found by firemen, feminine me took you in. Loved you till the end. Makes me sad. Makes me sad when somebody you love goes. And I'm going to end with one more poem about cats. What? I'm the cat lady when everybody talks about dogs so much. It's time to talk about some cats. This is titled Know They Are Loved, and it was written on Global Cat Day. It comes with two, count them, two Instagram, Facebook poem images that cover parts of this, because there are two different parts about different kinds of animals, from ones that were from the wild and ones that are in your own home. This is called Know They Are Loved. When visiting a farm, we'd see stray cats roaming near the barn. That's when I learned the farmer would leave milk or spare food so that the cats wouldn't go hungry, and barns were home. I don't live on a farm, but if I see a cat on a nearby street, I assume it's not a stray, and I try to give love from a distance. They never come close, but I try. And when I see a stray walking on our yard, I bring a bowl of dry dog food out and put 1 or 2 bowls of water because of the insane heat here. I make a point to not come too close. I put the food down, walk away. And when the stray feels comfortable enough, they devour food, water. And I look for them the next day to give them more food and water, to let them know that they can feel safe here. They are loved. And then I come inside. I see one of my cats curled up on the chair that's next to my desk in my office. I stop my work, turn to her, scratch her ears, pet her a bit, you know, to share the love. Those are just a select few poems in honor of Tom Woodruff's monthly community poetry open mic that would be on the first Wednesday of every month at Half Price Books in Austin. But because of the COVID and the pandemic and everybody remaining too afraid to go anywhere, I am reading these things during that usual time in honor of that open mic. This was just a select few poems from the book Stardust in Hand, the Down in the Dirt, September to December 2021 issue collection book, with the coolest shot of what looks like a hand grabbing a nebula in the sky. How cool is that?
Sorry. I just think that's the coolest thing. Yay, NASA. Yay, Hubble telescopes. Yay, anything. That was just the coolest thing. If you want to know anything about this book, you can look at Scars.tv or look for this title through Amazon as well, because there are links to it for all sorts of details online for free, as well as being able to get a hard copy of this book. And of course I'm going to be reading books, because this is normally at a bookstore that I'd be sharing material from recent books for. I hope everybody is remaining safe. I hope everyone is remaining poetically inclined and as creative as they can be. I hope that everybody has been vaccinated so that we can get over this, because even when you're vaccinated, you can get the, well, I just got the Omicron variant. I wouldn't be allowed out right now because I'm sick, which you can really hear from the sound of my voice, because it's like I've got a bit of a cold and that's it, and everything is fine because I've been vaccinated and I've been boosted and all of that stuff. So I hope everybody is doing the same so that we can start getting out in the world and start feeling a modicum of normalcy again, because I would really love to be able to get together with everyone, and I might do two more readings in honor of the Community Poetry Open Mic. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thank you. Thanks.